Y'all come on in. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Truly, truly. Oh, I'm going to play it till y'all come on in because I know y'all been waiting all day. Y'all been waiting all day to see what the original got to say. So y'all come on in. I'm going to take my time tonight. Hey! Truly. Are y'all in here? Okay, we're almost where I need to be. I need y'all to click the like button as you come in. I'm going to make some friends tonight and I'm going to make some enemies too. But I don't care. To this song. Tell your enemy. What is going on with my gimbal? Greetings, Janice. Can y'all come on in, like, and begin to share? I don't know what's going on with my gimbal. I'm trying to figure it out. Coming in from that horrible Hawks game. I think I got it in here upside down. Ooh, I better not break it now. Truly, truly. What is going on with my gimbal? Tell the devil. What's going on with this gimbal tonight? It ain't nothing but the trick of the enemy. I know what I'll do. I'm going to just take it off this stand altogether since it's got the spirit of the devil. Hey, Mother Harcel, greetings. Truly. Hey, Marquise. Hey, is that Alta Bass? Greetings. Alabama Monroe, greetings. Something, is that Jagger Bush? Greetings. Greetings. Thank you. Thank you. I see that, Fatima. All right, Deacon Myers, greetings. Greg, greetings. Huntsville, Alabama. All right, come on, y'all run me up over on Instagram. Truly. We gonna just do it one more time. I need everyone to hit the like button as you come in. I need you to hit the like button. I need you to hit the like button. I need you to hit the like button. Hey, Sonia, I need everyone on Facebook. To like and share. Share the live. Greetings. Hey, Sean, thank you for being here. Sonia, thank you. Ann, thank you. Clifton, greetings. All right, I think we can about get started. Let me cut that off. I think we are about can get started. Greetings and salutations. I am Sir William. And someone asked me for my pronouns. My pronouns is he and him. I'm very much in tune with who. I love when you come, or when you try to come with the shade and with all of that. I'm here for it tonight. I am here for it tonight. All right. I you know what? Hopefully we can get through the live on tonight and I won't have to read anybody. All right, Fatima. All right, Janice and Deacon Myers. Hopefully I can get through my live with my Dr. Pepper and I don't have to read anyone, but I am well able. Amen. All right, so I have been bombarded I have been bombarded on today. I was asked, "Where are you? Why aren't you here?" All of that. My phone has been ringing throughout the day and consistently from postulators of the gospel, from large to small, from various denominations, leadership positions throughout. Thank you. Thank you. We have a pastor that is here, Dr. Robert Carpenter II. Thank you for being here, my brother. I appreciate you. We connected and have yet remained. So all of you that are old or new or well that are past fans and people that have followed me throughout the years, and then some of you that are just finding out about Sir William and about Obnoxious. Obnoxious is the name of my blog. Many of you, or some of you that are new to me, may not know that. Especially, I think I got some questions about that over on Instagram on today. So those that know my history know that I started my blog and I named it Obnoxious. Obnoxious was the crew of me and my boys on the Morehouse Yard that drove well, lived well, dressed well, because I told y'all when I was at the house I changed about 3 times a day. We had the morning class. For the morning classes we had one outfit, then afternoon we had a different outfit for afternoon and glee club rehearsal, and then I had to put something else on fly to go to the cab for dinner. So that was just a thing. But nevertheless, thank y'all for all that are tuning in, and please like and share. Please click the like button, especially for those of you. We are on Facebook tonight. We're on YouTube. We are on Pixel. We're on Apple TV, Roku, and Instagram. We're not doing TikTok tonight. I got a little strike over there on TikTok. And so they did they accepted my appeal, but I just felt some kind of way about it anyway. So I said, you know what, since they wanted to give me a strike, and then I filed the appeal. I think it's a number thing with especially with TikTok. But anyway, they granted me the appeal, and I was like, well, I didn't do for a long time. I didn't do TikTok anyway. So anyway, those of you that are here, these are my main places, especially Facebook. So everyone, like, share, like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share. Many of you, or the majority of you, if you're not living underneath a rock by now, you do know. I don't know if I was not, in fact, um, uh, the first to disseminate the press release, but I do know that I was up in front. Yes, thank you. I am aware. I'm aware. Thais Jackson and Pam went to Jacksonville. Let me share this with you. Let me share this with you all, that courtrooms are public places. You don't have an autonomy. All right. You don't have autonomy over or you don't have jurisdiction. You don't have authority over a courtroom or a public proceeding. That's why we like to stay out of court. Amen. That's why yours truly is in law school. So public proceedings is not something that you have jurisdiction. Now you have jurisdiction over your church. You have jurisdiction over your house. You have jurisdiction over places and things in which that you can control and that you can also deem private. You can have now church generally, church, most edifice are open to the public, but you can say schedule a private event, or you can have a private service, or you can have a service that is just germane to members, that you can have. Even we just came from, you all that know me and follow me know that I'm a Church of God in Christ. We just came from what is the Church of God in Christ April call meeting, which is the meeting of the General Assembly. Now, that meeting is for credential holders. Non-credential holders are welcome and able to come into the meeting. However, if there is an order of business that comes up and the chairman deems it necessary to shut it down, and only delegates can attend, then that's what would happen. So you don't have jurisdiction. You don't have, no matter whether or not you, however it caused you or made you feel, you cannot control. He and Pam were well within their right to be there. Now some can, I got, and we can get into that discussion, because I got a little reprimand. I was reprimanded, and you all know I like to be very transparent and very upfront with you all. I really do. I really, really, really do. And I think that may be one of the distinct things that is why I've been able to maintain and sustain and have an audience. And then also because I'm just good at what I do. So I have some points and some things that I want to say. Nobody. I do not know if the prophet Brian Carn, I do not know if he's watching. I don't know if he even watches me. However, throughout my career, no one has probably been more critical of him than yours truly. I have been extremely, and broke several stories, and brought light or shed light to so it said, who reprimanded me? Oh, I mean, I was told, I was chewed out and cussed out by folks that felt like I was supposed to be there. Oh, bald-headed Ed has finally come in the room. You late. All right, I need all of you that are in here. I need everyone to click the like button, even if you don't really like me. All right, which I don't care, but I need you to click the like button yet and still. So no one has been as critical about the gentleman as I have been. And there's been things, or countless things, that arose in his life, things that we have talked about, that I have shared. I shouldn't say we, but I have shared on my platforms, and we even did when it was questionable about some of the prophecies that when, if you all remember, that was me that produced that split camera with Brian Carn and the witch. I referred to her as a witch because, according to what I believe, And what I understand about the word, that she's a witch. So that's what I said, and that's what I called that. I I did that. So we were critical. You remember that I think the response was that there was not going to be a response until there was a 24-hour prayer service in Houston. So we have history, but when I commentate, or when I share, or when I shed light on stories, I don't know where I do understand or get how you all have gotten confused, because now the platform is open and you have a lot of people that they do their work how they deem it necessary. A lot of them are not journalistically trained. A lot of them are not educated people. A lot of these folks that are coming up and that are YouTubers, they haven't stepped foot one day in college. One time they may have been a this or that, and now they have an ability with these gadgets that we use to go live. And then they start going live, and then people, for whatever reason, you like them. And so you come back and you begin to follow them. And so mainstream journalists now have to reckon and compete with other mainstream journalists. And then you got to compete with bloggers. Then you got to compete also with people that are considered, or now we've given the term influencer. They don't know nothing about nothing, but for whatever reason, they got a million folks for following them and paying attention to what they say. Although, however incorrect, however unintelligent it may be, you have people that have left the adult entertainment and pornography industry, and now all of a sudden they want to rise like a phoenix from the dust and claim to be some kind of voice. Well, you know what, I guess so. So you have a number of people, and it's open. The internet, the World Wide Web has revolutionized the world. It's revolutionized our lives, and it has us and given us the ability, just like how the hip hop industry allowed convicted felons to get out of prison and start rapping and rhyming and become multimillionaires, and become a Sean Carter, become a Jay-Z, a dope dealer becomes a 50 cents, and be able to put things behind them. The internet has done that. The internet has revolutionized things where you can take your car and rent your car, or hire yourself out to drive somebody that you have never met, don't know anything about them, and pick them up as if you are your own personal hireling to be a taxi cab driver. And the internet has revolutionized the world, where you can say, I'm going to clean up my house nice and pretty, and I'm going to leave, and I'm going to allow perfect strangers to occupy my property and make extra or side money from it. And then now we got Turo. You can take your car, and if you are not occupying or using that second car, you can rent. The internet has revolutionized this, and that's why we are clicking like and share. But however, ladies and gentlemen, consider the source and check people's backgrounds, and check people's history, and check people's education levels when you decide of whom at this smorgasbord, at this buffet table called the internet, and who you are going to sit and consume from. Because if you're consuming and if you're taking in information and you take it to be gospel from somebody that is dumb, or that is ignorant and have no knowledge of what a true journalist is, have no way of being able to formulate a article, do not know how to do research and get the who, the what, the when, the where, the how, and the why, and combine that into a 250 word or 500 word essay and be able to give you a substantive and substantive article. They don't have that ability. So you can't get yourself riled up and upset because so and so said. Well, they're speaking from their vantage point of whatever limited scope that they're able to speak from. So here you have it. Today was a great day of reckoning. Okay, it was a great day of reckoning for those of us that are in a part of the Black church experience, and especially those of us that are part of the Black Pentecostal experience. It was a great day of reckoning. Now, one thing I'm gonna say before I get into my remarks about the sentencing of the federal district judge Timothy Coregan. Let me make sure that I pronounce his name correctly. Because yes, the Honorable Timothy Coregan, all right, federal senior district judge. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say, and that I want you all to pay particular attention to, is the greatest achievement of the civil rights movement was lost yesterday. All right. More so, this is more important than this whole situation with Brian Carn. The reason that we knew who Congressman John Lewis was, because he marched across the Edmund Pettus Bridge for the right to vote. The Voting Right Act of 1965 was rolled back yesterday. Okay, so now there is no federal. What does that mean? That means there is no federal law in your particular state, in your particular jurisdiction, that gives you the right to vote. It has been repealed to the state level, which is very, very serious when it comes up to the primary that we're getting ready to go into. So no. It's not just crazy. It is very, very real. You cannot say, you will not be able to go. For those of you that hopefully do go, you will not be able to say, I have a federal right to vote. That the Supreme Court has taken that away. So a lot of these things that we have been hearing, a lot of the, as folks say, what is the saying? Say it's getting ready for us that are of this darker hue. It's getting ready to get real for real, right now, right now. Because now we have a primary in Georgia that's coming up on May the 19th. When you go there to vote, they may be able to say, oh, well, you don't have the correct documents. You don't have a birth certificate. You do not have a passport. You don't have a this or that. We're not going to allow you to well, but we can't be asleep at the gate and take care of it. So that's one of the main things. I want you to make sure that you get with your elected officials, make sure that you get with all the people that you need to, and you get on the phone, you call, you find out whatever it is, and we make sure that you know where your voting place is. It may change. You may say, oh, my grandma went for years to so-and-so library or so-and-so's church, and we voted there every day. Well, this election, it could be changed. It may not be. It may not be. And that's the reality of it. So just know that. All right, I need y'all to like and share. We're gonna at some point I probably will drop the link, but we got the news probably today. I guess it was about 1:00. Pastor Brian Carn, the prophet, and a number of his members accompanied him today okay, Jay, you're saying what are you saying about? What is it that you don't understand? Okay, somebody else over here is saying shaking my head. Are you shaking your head at me? Are you shaking your head? What is it that you don't understand? Drop the link you want to share. You can share the you're on Instagram. You can share this, like, what is that little circle, that little square thing that's right underneath the live. You can share there, or if you had a question, you can click the camera and come up. Okay, so they today was the great day of reckoning, and he was sentenced. Okay, it was, for lack of a better word, I think it was a stunning development this afternoon that he was sentenced to 9 months in prison for his involvement in tax fraud, obstruction, and the various charges that were. Let's go here so we can say each and every one of them. She did not do a great job. Let's do this here, just so that we can say it accurately. I don't want to be. Okay. Okay, so the obstruction, the tax fraud, um, and the amount. At the end of the day, the closeout of what it entails. It was a sudden development this afternoon. Brian Carn has been sentenced to 9 months in prison for his involvement in tax fraud and obstruction, and ordered to pay $595,000 in restitution. Carn presented a certified check in the amount of $25,000 toward the ordered restitution. The decision was handed down by the Honorable Timothy Coregan, a federal senior district judge. During the sentencing hearing on April the 30th, 2026, Judge Coregan quoted Matthew, the 22nd chapter and the 11th verse, and stated that Carn had failed to render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. Carn is required to report to prison on June 15th, 2026, which is approximately 45 days from today. This unexpected sentencing has certainly, as you all have seen, sent shockwaves throughout the church community, and reactions are pouring in from both supporters and critics. Bishop Lambert Gates and Bishop Joseph Hogan testified as character witnesses on behalf of Brian Carn Jr. As the situation develops, Obnoxious Media will continue to provide updates on Carn's case and the implications for those that may be involved. This is yet developing. Okay, I just want to say this. Let me make this clear. I don't think, and I've looked at and had a chance to sort of peruse some of the comments and some of the posts, and I feel like this. I think you really have to examine. I think a person really has to examine what is going on with themselves. Especially if you are African American and you are rejoicing, or that you're gleeing, or that you are some kind of way joyful or excited about about someone's downfall, or about what appears to be someone's downfall. Now, now this is just me, but especially those of you that claim, because they come for me all the time, that you are men and women of God, and you cannot release. The Bible says, do not shut up your bowels of compassion. Aaron Coleman, God is, y'all kill me when all of you all know, everybody knows something about God and can tell us something about God when it comes to somebody else except your ass. You can tell who or who ain't going to heaven. You know when God ain't pleased. You know all this stuff about God until it comes to your address. Until it comes to that freak thing that you like to do at night back when ain't nobody looking and when the lights is turned off. You know so much about God when it is always pointing to someone else instead of pointing back to you. And the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, you a preacher this, and oh, you ain't nothing. That's what you're not. And any path, I would quickly question any pastor, any so-called man or woman or whatever you supposed to be of God that will get on social media and praise and hip hop and hooray. Not that you got to not that you are celebrating and that if you all crimes and all things that are done wrong are worthy of being punished. But when you sit up and don't sit up and say, oh, that ain't nothing but the Lord. Okay, so what happens when good people, or when people that were okay and something bad or something negative happens to them? What about the innocent person that has been charged? I'm not saying that he's innocent, and he can certainly speak for himself. I'm not speaking for him at all. I wouldn't even attempt to do such. But some of you all that claim that you are women, and I'm so sick of you all. You're disgusting. You are disgusting. You're foul. You're demonic, and you're low down. To get up on something and to make memes and to sit up. I had some people that were sending me clips of somebody saying, oh, grace ran out. God, the Lord's grace is yet sufficient. You don't know what's growing in your body. You don't know who what could possibly happen to you. You don't know who you gonna call on and ask to pray for you in your time of need. So just like you can say, God is going to deal with, he going to rain on the just as well as he going to deal with the unjust. He said in his word, let the wheat and the tare grow together. It ain't for you to be trying to judge and decide. And for you know so much about them. You know so much about them, then why can't you live for them? You know so much about them, then why your kids are falling by the wayside? Why your life is not perfect? Why your marriage didn't work out? Why did your kid, you know so much about God, so what was wrong with you? Why did your kid come out retarded or mongoloid or deformed? You know so much about God, so why did the person down the street, why did their house get burnt down? Why did your grandmother get cancer and pass away? And somebody that didn't even know God got healed, or and they still walking around. Since you know him so well, since you all of a sudden know so much about, it seems like, and I was talking to one of my preacher friends, it seems like it's almost, I had this discussion with this guy that they were saying that he was like, oh, I just can't stand LeBron James. I just can't stand LeBron. I said, he said, oh, do you like him? I said, well, he's got game. I say he's excellent at what he does. Yeah, but he's so arrogant. He's so this. I don't like. I said, well, you know what? I said, he went straight from high school to the NBA. I said, he's not like Tiger Woods, or he's not like some of these other athletes. Go on the internet and see. Have you seen a mugshot of LeBron? Have you heard of a woman coming forward with a baby on LeBron? Everybody loved Kobe. Oh, y'all don't like this kind of teaching, do you? Oh, you just loved him. Oh, Kobe was this, and so oh, he's such a great guy, and what have you. Mm-hmm. That he had to go to trial, didn't he? He was accused of sexual assault, wasn't he? So I just think sometimes that you got to think about perspective. And so when I told her, I said, you know what? I said, what I like about him, I said, yeah, he's arrogant. I said, what you don't like is that he's a black man like you, and he's so good at what he does. He's so confident that he can talk and be cocky. I say he can be so cocky that he married his high school sweetheart, a black woman, and elevated his life. Then not only did he do that, then he went back and hired all of his buddies, all his boys, and said, you know what, I'm gonna share the wealth. And then with all that y'all don't know to do, I'm gonna make sure that I pay and that you develop and you get the skill set that you need to be able to be an effective manager, to be able to be effective in the area that I need you to support my empire. Then he went back to the city at Akron, where he's from, and built a school from the ground up, and then said, oh, okay, then we're gonna have some people that are just good. Let me look, and just like y'all don't like Kim Burrell. Y'all don't like Kim Burrell, but the one thing that you're gonna do is bow down if she get the mic. Long as the Lord keep her in good health and good voice, and she get the mic, that's it. That's it. Y'all don't like him. And no matter what all we done said about him, that may be true and may not be true, let the boy get the mic. Can your pastor get as many people to come together? I'm just saying. All right. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. I want how many folks that y'all how many biblical scholars do I have on here tonight? I know it's late. I'm just coming in. Y'all know I'm a sports fanatic, so I was down at State Farm watching our Hawks get viciously whipped by the New York Knicks. But how many of us on here are y'all know the Bible? How many of y'all know? Okay, Janice. Janice says she's one. Okay, who else? And I need to drop the link because I want some of the preachers. Is Robert Carpenter still here? I want some of the folks to come on, and some of you that may have questions, or you may have a comment and you want to come on and share. I want you to feel we'll vet you and make sure that you're okay, but we want to have you be able to come on and express yourself. I just want to say this. Okay, so Joseph went to jail, didn't he? Joseph went to jail. Paul and Silas, they didn't they go to jail? Who else? How many? Let's go through all the men of God in the Bible that went to prison, that went to jail, that we got an account for. Y'all name it, because y'all know y'all the self-righteous crew Y'all the ones that, everybody. Marquise, you're an elder. How many of them? Jesus went to jail. How many went to jail? How many? Tell me, come on, and tell me how many men of God went to prison in biblical times. I want y'all to call a roll. Y'all know the Lord so well. How many went to jail? I'm waiting. Who all went to jail? Let's just walk it through. Let's go from the Old Testament on to the New Testament. We got Joseph. Who else went to jail? Okay, thank you. Somebody that just pulled it up from Chat GPT, and I already had it. Okay, Joseph, Samson, Jeremiah, Daniel, John the Baptist, Peter, James, John, Paul, and Silas, and your Lord and Savior, Jesus. All right, who's blessed? Who's blessed? I'm scared. Wait a minute. I'm scared to let you up here. Who is this? Put your face to the camera. I can't see you good. They say they blessed. I don't want to listen. I can't look, I can't get no strike. But is Fatima still here? Fatima, who's blessed? They all went. They all went. Right? Am I talking right, Deacon Myers? If I'm wrong, I just want but they all went to jail. He that is without sin, cast your stone. Just that's all I'm saying. While you get up on your and you start having your righteous indignation, when you start getting into your and it's just a shame, and he like, I talked to one preacher today. I said, you know what? I said, I wish he had gone in there and he had $100,000. Maybe if he had more money, maybe if he had, if he had a little bit or half of it, maybe they wouldn't. And you know what the preacher told me, and I didn't even think about it like this. I didn't even think about it from this perspective. He said, heck no. He said he knew that he was probably gonna have to go anyway, and now it's time to start conserving and looking at what I got to maintain for the next few months. All right, the prophetess, woman of God, Flora Alexander, please come. Why don't you click the link and come up? That's she loves me. I'm so glad that you done found me again. Did you see the link, Alexander? Okay. Bless. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna hold my hand. I'm gonna hold my hand right here. I'm gonna hold my hand right here on the thing, if they flag, we go. I mean, we gonna shut it down real quick. I'm gonna keep my hand right here next to the thing. EBI shot my Lord. I tell you, let her house catch on fire if she ain't right. In the name of Jesus. Okay. Let me see here. We gonna try.
Oh, I'm blessed. You all right? What you scared of? What
No,
you scared
wait a minute.
of?
We had
What you scared of?
this is our livelihood over here. This is so we don't want nobody to flash, or they got the things of what they
Oh,
call
I'm the same person you called
gotcha.
dummy last night, the other night. But I love you anyway.
Well, see, that's how it is. You whip your kids. How are you doing this evening? And
I'm doing fabulous.
That is great. And your name, bless, where you tuning in from?
I'm tuning in from Ohio.
Ohio. Thank you. What is your question, your comment? How do you feel about the events from this afternoon? How does it resonate with you? What do you feel? What do you have to say?
Well, I wanted to comment on when you said that the people in the Bible went to jail. But there was a difference, though.
Okay.
There was a difference between why Brian is going to jail versus why Jesus and Paul and Silas went to jail. They didn't go to jail for committing a crime. They went to jail for doing something in the name of God.
But that was considered to be a crime at that time.
But it was.
That's why. That's why Jesus went on trial, because what he was doing under the Pharisees and the Sadducees and that era and that day was illegal. Now, I understand that you want to define it and you want to get to the point where that he actually has done wrong and should, and I'm not saying that we should not be punished. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, or the level of question that I'm raising, and is when people that are professing salvation that seem to be gleaning and seem to be celebratory in someone's
demise
and downfall.
Yeah,
because
downfall.
I will say,
I never rejoice. We all have made mistakes.
We have all sinned. We have all fallen short.
Yes.
And I will say this. He ain't gone yet.
No, he's not. He still has 45 days.
He hasn't gone yet. And
but he's going.
there is and the one that we serve, that we claim to believe and trust in, is yet a miracle worker.
But I believe that in the end, I believe that he should do some time. He may not do all the 9 months, but he committed the crime. He had time to get it right. The only thing that I didn't like about Carn was when the IRS gave him an opportunity in the questioning, he just lied. And he shouldn't have lied. That's what really sent him to prison, is him lying. And I know God can forgive you for lying, but he had plenty of time to get it right. I still think he should be held accountable. He may not do all the 9 months, but however, he still needs to do.
Generally with federal time, you do a per day. It's not like when you have, did a assault. Or
so you believe he's going to do the whole 9 months if he does go?
Most times you do the full amount of time. Now, you may not do it necessarily in prison. We had Clifford
Federal,
Harris,
state,
who went to no, this is not state, this is
it's
federal.
Federal.
So
yes.
This is Clifford Harris went to federal prison, but he was sentenced to a year. he did about 9 months in an actual prison, and then the remaining part of his sentence he did in a halfway house.
Okay.
But he did do every day for the complete sentencing in its totality. That's most times in federal cases how it happens. Now, when you start having people, because they robbed somebody or they did something like that, and they go and they get 2 days count, 1 day count for every 1 day served or good behavior, then they get some kind of reduction. So I understand your level of critique,
Mm-hmm.
but you have a president that
Yeah,
is
that
a
was the other
liar.
thing I wanted to comment
You
on
have
too.
a president that is a proven liar and lies consistently, and the only reason that he is not in prison is because he is the president of the United States. It's no other. It's no, and that's the only aspect. While he is working to dismantle other aspects of the Constitution, that is the one piece of the Constitution that he don't want to see fall, because he has what, 34, 37 counts that he was found guilty of.
But that leads me to my other question that I had too. Why
Okay.
are we comparing those who don't really profess to be saved or in the church to those that profess to be saved and are preachers such as Brian Carn, and that's telling us right from wrong? Donald Trump is not professing to be a preacher. So that I think that's
He's not professing to be a
so
preacher,
why
but
are we so why are we
when
comparing?
he took his oath of office, he swore on the Bible, and
Correct, but
in
he
this
hasn't said he wanted to go to heaven. He
and this
doesn't preach to us and tell us what to do and say, hey, you're going to hell, you're going to heaven. However, Brian Carn does. He tells you pay your tithes, pay your offerings,
mm-hmm.
do this, do that. But he didn't do it.
Okay.
And that's why I'm saying, why are we comparing? I hate to say sinners versus saints, but that's what we keep doing.
Yeah, but a lot of times I think that, and I hear you. I think that the one thing that happens is that we have to look at, sometimes we have to have gauge and we have to have vantage point. And sometimes I think that we, as the descendant of the slave, I think that the white man has done such a job on us,
Mhm.
and that we are so institutionally programmed where we hate each other, and that was by design. So we don't have compassion. It's almost like how when you remember the movie Django, and Samuel L. Jackson, he was the house Negro, and he
Yes.
was at the table, and master do this. So a lot of times we glee and we rejoice in those aspects, and there are things that each of us have, that if it wasn't for the Lord's grace,
Amen.
there go us. I don't want to see in this state, I don't want to see any brother, if
Right.
they have not unalived somebody, or if they have not done a something to a minor or something like that. I really, I just hate to see us. I just hate to see us get a part of this system,
Yes, me too.
and
It's unfortunate.
that it is very unfortunate. And we can play stuff off and we can laugh it off, but when you have when you are a convicted felon, and that will totally alter the rest of your life. It'll
So
affect travel, it'll so many things, we see our rappers, we see entertainers, and we see people that they still flying and they still doing this, but behind the scenes, you don't know how many times they got to call and check into their probation officer. We don't know what you got to call somebody and get permission to be able to go here or go there. We don't know all of those behind the scenes particulars. So I believe that something probably that there should have been some level of accountability.
What do you think it was if you was his attorney? What do you think his penalty should be with $600,000 in fraud?
I don't think that's a whole lot of that's not a whole lot of money. Okay. See, that's not a whole lot of money when you have had people that had total and complete Ponzi schemes that was in the hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
Most of us will not even ever get the opportunity to have that level of kind of money. Madow that took people's whole life savings and squandered it and said that they were investing and they wasn't doing anything. If I was him, I would have argued that this is a young minister, a young preacher, and a leader in his community. He has no prior convictions.
I think they did say all that. They said all of that.
You asked me. What I'm
right,
saying
yeah,
is
what you would say. Correct.
What I'm saying is we're not dealing with somebody that is running around here that has been in and out of prison and did all of these things. I could probably name about 5 or 6 noted preachers right now that you may not be aware of that at one time they went to jail or they went to prison and now they bishop so-and-so this and Correct. They bishop so-and-so that. True. So I just think that for someone that had no prior criminal history, I think the restitution, I think that was definitely necessary. I think that it could have been some kind of way if I would have pleaded or would have asked for the judge to some level of probation, some level of probationary period, some type of but for this to be his first time, that's a lot.
Now, on the spiritual level, do you think that he should be sat down from his preaching until he resolves that issue? Or do you think he should continue preaching?
I feel 2 ways about that.
Okay.
I feel 2 ways about that. And that is a difficult question. I'm inclined to say yes, that there should be some period of sitting down, that there should be some period of silencing. However, if he goes to prison, then he will certainly be set down.
Well, that's true.
So
that's true.
He will certainly be silenced.
I hate to bring this one up. Now, the other part, in finding out about the tax fraud, it was also said that he has a child.
It was discovered that he has paid $14,600 in child support.
Correct. So do you think that
he should, or more than one?
You think that on the spiritual side, because we have 2 sides, the spiritual side, and then you have the natural side.
Absolutely.
So I think that's why a lot of people are putting more emphasis into this, is because, you also have to be held accountable for the spiritual crimes you do too. Mm-hmm. If I could say it like that.
Right.
So how do you feel do you think that he should sit down because of that, or explain about his, like you, I don't want to use the term that you use. I'm not gonna say the B word, bastard child, child out of wedlock.
Right.
What do you say about
Uh,
that?
I well, for me, from my vantage point, I knew those or knew of that. I've known about that for the first one a long time ago.
You said
Um,
the first one is more than one.
it's a possibility.
Okay.
It's a possibility
And
because
I'm not judging.
when
We
you
all, like
say
I said, we all
when you
make
say 14,
mistakes.
and the reason
We
why I
have
said
all
that
made
there's a
mistakes.
possibility is because there's been other allegations. Have there been has it been discovered, or do we have DNA tests and things of that sort? I haven't seen one, but when you start talking about that amount and $14,600, I inclined to think that that's more than one, because the
Okay.
reason why I say that is that's a hefty amount if it was only just one child, and you don't have any kind of true verification of what his income would have been. He
Yes, sir.
probably was just doing what was the right thing out of
Correct.
pocket, rather than they actually take him, because we haven't found an account of that where a woman has said, okay, this is my child, and they have taken him to to court to put him on child support. So you haven't seen that.
Outside of
um
what everybody else believes, I believe this will humble him. Other people are saying he's going to come back arrogant. He's still going to. I say when it comes to his arrogance, I call it confidence. He's comical.
I think he's very confident.
Yeah, and yes, and
I'm
that,
gonna
but
say
that's his
this to you.
personality, and I don't think that should be
I'm
taken
gonna
away
say
from him.
I'm gonna say this to you, and this
Okay.
is gonna probably upset a lot of people. Um, the gift and the call is without repentance.
Yes,
His charisma and that gift of prophecy, he's gonna have that prison subject to him probably in about 2 weeks.
I believe I said the same thing.
From the warden down to whoever sweep the floor, he gonna be in there. He gonna be praying, and he gonna be prophesying, and those guards, he will probably be running. And I know y'all not gonna like it.
Oh, I believe it.
Y'all not gonna like it, but he'll probably, because when he stand and he tell that guard, okay, such and such and such and such is going on with you, and thus and thus and thus, and they gonna hit, they gonna fall, they gonna bring, you want an extra sandwich, you gonna want to this,
That's his
they
tithes and
from the
offerings, them extra
warden,
sandwiches.
from the warden down. If what he got on his life is for real, and it ain't been no Facebook prophecies, then that prison and all those people, they gonna fall subject to him.
I agree. Thank you. I have somebody in the chat told
Thank.
me to let them up. I don't know them, but
Oh
they
yeah,
said,
that's it. I appreciate you so much, Bless. Thank
bye,
you.
dummy.
Ah! Okay, let's get you are.
Now
Oh, there
you
go
know
Mark.
I'm ready. You know I'm ready to raise hell.
Yeah, greetings. How are you tonight?
More grace, my brother. I am. Where are you?
I'm good.
Why you didn't let me up when I wanted to come up?
What you mean?
I
Oh, you
wanted.
wanted to come up. You wanted to have an exchange with. Oh, okay. Well, she's still around. She can probably come back.
No, it's fine.
I'm
I,
sorry. I didn't.
no.
I was so in tune with what she was saying. I guess I was not paying as close to the chat like I should have.
Now,
I'm
when you saw my text, I text you too.
You text me, and I did. I did let you up, but I didn't realize that you were saying that you wanted to come up while she was or debate her in some kind of way. But you can still address whatever
Well,
she
no,
said that you didn't agree.
it wasn't going to be a debate. I wasn't going to do that. But I just don't understand why people don't really understand that people with substance millionaires, billionaires, all have CPAs and accountants that at the end of the year, when their tax season comes, they say, "Oh, I made $50,000 a year," because they had the right legal team and the CPAs to write their taxes up. Prophet Karn just he didn't have the right people. Because again, you have a president that makes billions that says he makes $50,000 a year and pays $75 in taxes. And
Well,
I owe
we still don't know Trump's taxes because he still
right.
has not revealed them. Let me say this. He did have, according to the documents, he did have a tax. He did have an accountant. He did have someone that he had a financial officer for the ministry, and then he did have an accountant. And the accountant did do the numbers correctly. That's how we came up with the figure of $1,451,077. That was correct. That would have put him at owing, and for that year, $606,722. All right. Now, according to the U.S. attorney, he did not want to pay that amount.
I wouldn't have either.
So, and most of us in our right mind wouldn't have wanted to. So, when it was time to collect, he filed, and I think this is where Blessed is having an issue, is that he filed a false amended return.
Mm-hmm.
So he had one accountant and they have did the preparation. They, and this is somewhat off the record, did not want to come back and lie or say what they had presented before was incorrect. So they were fired. And then he hired someone, else. And then when he hired that person, he was able to give them figures that represented more aligned with what he wanted to pay or what he wanted to be responsible for paying. And so that's where the obstruction charge comes in.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
So
mean, and he's
that's,
admitted to it.
but I mean, like you said, or like we say, that's a significant amount of money. That's why a lot of us, and then we have to be very careful because there's money that's coming in from everywhere, especially people that are self-employed, like yourself, like myself, of these cash apps now. You have a period where a lot of folks, once you got to a certain level of income, now Cash App is giving you
Yeah.
a tax statement.
Yeah.
Because before then, it was just like monopoly money. We had that money
Mm-hmm.
that was coming in. We didn't necessarily have to give an account for it.
Right.
So now we have to, and when we, and see, this comes back, Marquise, to, I said, get the cameras out your church, because this is, it's Brian Carn today, and it's gonna be your pastor tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And now we done got so lax. See, it's just like reality TV. When you got the camera on, the first few minutes, you're conscious that you got the camera on. You're aware of the cameras. Then all of a sudden, subconsciously, you start getting comfortable, and your true self starts coming forward. You cuss a little bit, you do this, you do that, because you've gotten immune to that. The camera is on. You got a lot of services that are coming up on Sunday, and they're streaming their offerings.
Yep.
These are the ways to give. And the reason why you streaming it, because what has happened is because you're streaming, and we all started streaming because of the pandemic, but you're streaming because you now got a virtual member. You in Georgia, you got a virtual member that's over in California that love you, like your ministry, and they're giving.
Right.
Amen. That's a perfect segue. The way my Cash App is down here, Sir William. Y'all can give. Y'all can give. Everybody can give a love offering. Y'all like what I do. You all can give your love offering, your super chats, all of that ability. The ways to give is streaming. The ticker tape is streaming across the top, right there. So I understand how you feel. I think that a lot of times it's difficult because we in the Black church, we esteem our leaders highly. And sometimes we esteem them a little too high. And it's difficult for us to process
Well,
when
but you know,
something.
William,
Now
you know,
but I'm gonna just say this for everybody. And I'm gonna stop saying that part about you may not like it, because I don't care whether you like it or not. I was glad that they did not take him right then.
yeah,
And that
me
the
too.
judge, now I do not think we and people, I don't think that we could that I don't think that group that I saw out there would have been able to handle seeing him in that state, and to see the marshals, the state troopers take him out of a side door. I don't think that y'all would have been able to handle that. I think that would have been a bit much.
Well, I
So,
mean, and I'm in no way speaking as a spokesman for the church, but
oh no, I'm not
I
saying that
know,
at all.
but I'm a part. No, no, I'm just saying because I don't want people to get this idea I'm going around speaking on behalf of the whole church, but because I am a part of his ministry. Um, KCC is a resilient group of people, so um, you know, he's going to
How
be
did you
well. Like
feel about the clip? Did you see the clip when when Thais went live?
I saw Pam's. I did not see Thais, but I saw hers, and I saw when
Did she
Bishop.
take hers down too, or did she put it behind a paywall too?
I saw hers on YouTube, and it was earlier
No, but
today.
I'm saying at first Ties was open, and then when I went back to it, it was it
I
was
don't know.
locked.
I don't follow Thais, so
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
Well,
Um,
yeah, that it was a lot. I thought that the members, I really would say this. I thought that they did well. They did a lot better than what I expected them to do.
yeah, and I didn't expect them to fall apart. And to be honest with you, if
If
I
he,
didn't have,
if they had taken him in right then,
well, yeah, that would have been a bit
they
much.
would have fell apart. But when I say, what I'm saying is, I I didn't, now from what I saw and from what the people that I had there, I did not see any people that, no one was, people get on their computers and they get on these things and they say a whole lot of stuff. I didn't see anybody bold enough that we know is
Oh
in
no,
direct opposition to him
no. Mm-mm.
show up. And then, but you did have those two that have been very, very critical, because and maybe because it was federal, but I think it could have gone another way, because it was, some tempers was flaring.
Well, of course, and I mean, if I was off today, I would have been there as well, just to be
I
around.
didn't got so reprimanded for not being there. I said, my God, why y'all say I was supposed to be there?
Well, because William, you're usually there, so you used to be in the middle of the action. but no, William. And you already know where I stand on it. Because with me and you are friends.
Yeah.
So, um, like you said, Prophet Corn, he's going to have. He might have a whole prison ministry literally in that camp. And who's to say? You know, people say he should be sat down and he should be silenced, but God may have a whole level of people that needs to be reached right where he's going, and he may be able to preach that message of grace and message of love and what that, you know, and it may have not been the way that we wanted it to, but he was still graced with the 9 months, because you know, of course, the article was saying what, 3 to 5 years at first, or
24.
um,
It was from 18 to 24.
right, and so um I'm looking at the silver lining. Yes, he admitted
And
to it.
then who knows? He's right there in Florida. You know, who
And you know,
knows?
if he is, if you know, if he may come to Pensacola, because it's a
But what
camp
I'm saying
here.
is we don't know if he'll get a pardon or not.
You
That's
know,
not beyond the realm of possibility.
that's right. That's right. You know, we yet believe God, but either way,
He can do
um,
the impossible. They
he
said I
can.
was dead. They said I was dead 3 times. Ah, shit. They said I was dead 3 times, but I'm yet here. I'm yet alive. I'm here. They wanted me that, but I'm too mean to die. But no, all joking aside, very, very seriously, I mean that's not beyond
Well,
the
right, and
realm.
his judge, if you listen to the statement, the judge did say that there are possibilities. So, you know, we still want to pray. From all of the members that I've talked to, you know, they're in good spirits. You know, Prophet, he seemed to be as strong publicly. I mean, of course he's going to have his moments, but um it was good to see that he wasn't broken down over it. And I think that that's what brought so much relief to the members. Because if you was to see your leader in a state,
I don't think he was going to. I don't think he was going to do that in front of you all.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know to what degree, and I don't know him well enough to know what his private moments are. But I will say this. I'll be very frank with you. I uh and I don't want him to take this the wrong way, because I know people will go back to say to, you know, they'll carry the thing, but he, if necessary, he, I want him to be able to watch it and hear my words clearly. I expect it, and if I was a part of his team, I would have had him walk in there better prepared.
Mhm.
Now, and I know that that sounds critical, but I would have had him. I would have, if I was doing his PR, he would, the generals in the faith, the generals in the faith should have either been asked or petitioned to write letters, but where was Mike Murdoch? Where was Benny Hinn?
Well, you know, Benny is in his own
Where
situation.
was Ron Parsley? See, we needed some of these. These are back when he was making that 1.4. Those are the Rams and the people that was around. And when he walked in, I'm not ashamed to tell you, when I got sued, and when Larry Shaw went back the second time, the first time it was dismissed when me and Daddy Shear was sued as we were co-defendants, and we were sued, and the judge dismissed it. And then he went back and refiled and sued us individually. I was living in LA, had not been served, never served, didn't respond, didn't answer. When I knew anything, it was a default judgment of $250,000 on my head. I got on my phone. I know you don't like me. Oh, Lee, I need you. I came up with that money that I needed to come up with to secure defense, because I wasn't trying to appeal a case. I had to get a judgment, a motion, a court order vacated to the point where it didn't happen. And it took a hunk and a chunk to do it. So I'm not talking about something that I don't know, and I'm not talking about something that I have not lived and experienced. And when he walked in there, he should have walked in there when I went and covered T.I. Clifford Harris walked in. We have the record company. We have 1 million. We have the $1 million in hand. The money that they were asking for, and all he had to do was then surrender himself and serve his time. He walked in. Brian Carn is too good of a preacher and can see too well where he could not have walked, where he should walked in there without at least $250,000 in certified funds. And I don't care what mama say, daddy, nobody. I told Daddy Carn, why did you let him walk in there with less than $100,000? Where was Jake's? Jake's went to his, he let him pay him, and he came to his conference. You were there. I need you now, because it's him today, and it's going to be somebody else's ministry tomorrow. And those are the kind of men that somebody should have been on the phone between when he went and pled guilty on January the 15th. And between now, those phones, it should have been a telethon. KKK, however you say the church, it should have never shut down. They all should have been just rolling, just like how TBN used to have a telethon. I got to come up with this hunk and a chunk. They was having noonday service, and we would have been having I'm calling a solemn assembly.
we
did church, and we ain't gonna stop. We gonna lay before God. Everybody come in shifts. You come and you got to go home and change clothes and go to work. Then you go to work. We locked in. We locked down. We hunker down. I got to come up with a hunk and a chunk of money. You don't come in and you facing over $500,000 in restitution, and you come in with, you don't even have 10%.
Will you please?
It ain't no excuse.
Well, listen, we gonna be well. I'm gonna stick with the prophet, just like I stuck.
Yeah.
I stuck with the
And
bishop that you fight me about all the time. You know.
That's it. And so you know, and I'm not saying anything different than what I didn't say to Daddy and what I didn't say to other. And then it is in times of trouble that when you find out who really loves you,
That's
and
it.
who's your friend, and who really has your back. Because see, I would have been running nonstop. See, where was Jamal? Jamal, your friend.
You know what? Now that's a good question.
Where was Jamal? You needed some generals to come in there and stand. Just when he hit that floor, when I put that tape out on him, and he hit that flow in Houston, Texas, in that 24-hour prayer, he had that platform was lined with preachers, with prominent preachers. Bobby Henderson was up there. Samuel Braxton was there. What's his name? That can't keep a church. Greg. What's the guy's name with the
Greg
white
Davis?
beard? Greg Davis was in that pulpit. All of them was in that pulpit when he hit that floor. When he hit that floor and started crying, and they was laying hands on him. That's the kind of statement that we needed for today. This ain't no joking matter. I'm getting ready to go to prison. My life is at stake here. Put out, you cast everything out. You play all your trumps. I would have had Mike Todd. I would have had Lottie, Dottie. Where was old bow-legged Shirley?
Shirley was somewhere.
He didn't preach for her ass how many years? She should have been oompa looping up. She should have been
Well,
right there.
y'all.
Don't tell me I'm not gonna bridle my tongue. I'm gonna call it out. I would have had all y'all on this staff and people that work for him, everybody that I ever preached for, baby. I'm getting ready to go out. I'm fighting for my life. This ain't pretend. This is real life. This ain't TV. This ain't reality TV. Shoot. Please.
Yeah. You know, I don't know, William. You know, I'm not on the
I
spirit
would
team.
have had Benny.
Well, you know, Benny got his
I
own
would have
case.
asked the Lambs what them people, what was them white folks' name that he was with?
Yeah, but
Judy Lamb, or whoever.
But William, they in lawsuit. They in cases themselves.
Whatever they was in, I would have been calling on.
And you know, Martin, one of the lambs and died.
Well, get them up. Go ahead.
Oh, Lord.
Can these balls live again?
Well, yeah.
I would have. We talking about prison. We ain't talking about they're gonna come and repossess your house and I gotta go live in another apartment for a little bit. No, we talking about I'm getting ready to go to jail. Please. You don't think I would have had everybody look, any and everybody that I know.
Well, his bishop was there, your bishop was there. And Bishop Gates said he shut it down. He said, "Who these folks is?" Did you see that? When they first walked out the courthouse, I think Thais and Pam them went up to him trying to get a statement, and Bishop Gates said, "Who these folks?" Prophet Carn said, "I don't know." He said, "I think these YouTube." Bishop Gates said, "Don't say nothing."
Right.
And
I
shut
saw
it down.
Part. And I saw that part, and I saw that girl. And I've seen the rhetoric and people, and we knew that was coming. You knew you was going to have the haters, and you knew you was going to have people saying this and saying that, and people.
Yeah, but his support has, I will say, the majority of the commentary I've seen today has been more positive than I would have thought. Like you said, you're definitely gonna have the people who's gonna whatever happened, they was gonna hate
everybody. I would have had everybody that I ever preached for. I would if they wasn't there, I would have. And I don't know what he did privately. I'm not aware of that, so I'm not saying that he did not. But what I'm saying is that I would have had that kind of when Bishop Owens, when Mother Owens had to go to court for jumping on her son-in-law, Bishop Owens had all his preachers with him. Yeah. Central Georgia went in there, it looked like convocation. Mother Owens was getting ready to go to jail. And we had it wasn't no time and no takeoff and no take back. We had to go to court.
Yeah. And
that boy said, did he say you want this 70-something-year-old woman to go to jail? He said yes. And Lord, all of that. That's what Judge striking the gavel, quiet in the galley, quiet in the courtroom. Now I'm just saying for me.
No, I totally agree.
I'm just saying for me. Everybody don't have to agree or what have you. I'm saying for me, and if I was a part of the team, just like he had that cameraman out there and they put that nice video together. I would have all the people that I had preached for, all of the major platforms that I had been on. I would have asked them to be there with me, because he has been on some major platforms throughout his ministry.
Yeah.
Let's just be, where was Buchanan? Where was Charles Buchanan? Where's all of these preachers and all these ministries that he's gone? We have gone to services, Marquise, and seen that man raise $120,000 and $130,000 in a weekend in a matter of 2 or 3 days. Yeah. So I'm not talking esoteric. I'm not grasping for straws. He went out there to LA to Ron Gibson's church. That's why he got a relationship with his daddy now. He went out there to LA to Ron Gibson's church and raised over $170,000 in the matter of 2 or 3 days.
How is Ron Gibson's church doing anyway?
She's still trying to build it. Marvin, they you know, sometimes it takes a long time. It took the children of Israel. They wandered in the wilderness 40 years. It was a 4-day journey. So I tell you, I keep my head down and I just stay focused on the Lord.
No, your head be up. But you know what? You should fly to Houston Saturday and meet me in Houston Saturday, because he's going to be at our Houston location.
Why I gotta go to Houston?
And then we can go get some real food, unlike that place you had me come to.
They had good seafood.
William had me go eat some nasty seafood.
It was
that
would have
cost me $20.
You just said, like, you're just gonna tell the truth. You were so good and drunk by the time
I was not. I had
you
one
was
beverage.
So good and drunk.
I had one beverage.
You didn't know whether they had some good seafood or not.
William had me sitting outside for 2 hours.
I was caught in traffic. But you understand what I'm saying, though. But I'm willing to go to Houston. I'm willing to go to but you have to be in those kind of settings. And see, I know that you know that my contribution may not necessarily be wanted, and I can respect that, and I'm not sensitive when it comes to those things. I just know that I do, just like he has a gift of prophecy. I'm prophetic at times, but I do know marketing, and I do know PR, and I do know politics.
Yeah.
I was the deputy chief of protocol at 23 for a mayor of a major city, for Mayor Elihu Harris in the city of Oakland. So I know that. I worked on Willie Brown's campaign. I worked with Shirley Franklin. So and you, it's a lot of swaying many times. And you put forth, you know, a image and optic. See, I mean, just like all of the people that he has encountered, that he has publicly and even privately forgiven. I mean, it's just so many of them. It's not too many people that are in ministry that he has not, especially that are Black, that he hasn't encountered. I would have been on the phone. And now the thing about, the only thing that, and I'm not saying that he wasn't, but maybe he was, and maybe some of them declined. But I mean, you remember seeing him in his 20s sitting up with Mike Murdoch, in the camp meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mike, I need you with that sprayed hair
Oh,
that's been frozen in that same style for the last 20 years. I need you here. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you don't ask them at a time like this, when are you gonna ask them?
yeah.
When are you gonna ask them? It's no, it's no. This is the Kairos. This is the critical moment, and so um, that's just that would have been my approach. And
And I understand that. And it probably would have been mine as well. But like you said, who's to say? Um,
And I would
what,
have had definitely at least 10%. And I would have had my attorney map out for the judge a plan of I
repayment.
project
Yeah.
and I plan, or I would like, it is my prayer and hope and at the mercy of the court that by this day I have this particular amount. By this next period, I have this particular amount. At this next place, I would have. He got all kind of social media, even if he was not. My YouTube, all my platforms would be consistently streaming. It ain't no time to be taking no break. The devil ain't taking no break. The devil ain't taking no vacation. It
Hmm.
ain't no time. I'm getting ready to go to jail. So I need everything full throttle. And we know he know how to go live. He went live with Dr. Wiggins. He went live with those musicians. He know how to go live. He should be streaming right now. Right now. It should be prayer going. It should be prayer going on right now. He got 3 locations. Open them up. Open the doors. Saints come in. We calling the Solomon Sin. We got to pray for our leader. 9 months. 9 months. That's a long time. That for far as a young church, he got to get those. He got to get pastors. He got to get preachers in there. Somebody that's gonna come in there that's gonna put structure. He gonna have to make sure, and we're gonna see who's really with them. Members got a band together. People don't come to church on. I'm a PK. People don't come to church when your pastor not in town. Oh, my pastor ain't there today. I ain't gonna come. Well, he ain't gonna be here for 9 months. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna be able to stay? Are we gonna be able to maintain? Are we gonna be able to keep the doors open? All of that. So that
Yeah.
it's a very critical and very serious moment. And then on top of all of that, then you still got so that they could have asked for even more time can I report next year, Your Honor? I would have been pleading and asking for some of everything. So, but I really, I really want the sign to the body of Christ and we as Black people to stop being so mean and hateful and nasty and gleaning and joy and rejoicing in these kind of and other people's calamities.
Yeah.
Now, if he had been, I mean, well, I don't know, because they did rake Bishop Long over the coals, but
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. They did do my bishop like that, but
yeah,
I stuck with him to the end. I was there his last service, and I watched him fade into the dust.
mm,
Ooh,
right.
it just broke my heart. But
Ooh.
but I'm gonna tell you one thing, William. Sunday, that church gonna be packed,
Oh, they're gonna be
and
packed out.
and there's gonna be some churches going on up in there.
It's gonna all of the services is gonna be packed out. They're gonna be packed. They're gonna be packed out from now and until. And That's
And he
just
need to, if he run a revival or run some type of, you best believe I'm gonna call you.
well, I don't let you know. They may not let me in. You know,
Hey,
that I
listen,
don't know.
listen. They gonna let you
I
in. A
don't know,
couple
but
of them.
I just
Well, your bishop gonna be there sitting next to your bishop.
he may not even let me in soon. Sometimes I be wondering if he be wanting me to go up and I miss a church. So I just know the reality of I'm not confused. I know the reality of who I am. But yeah, you're right. This is a critical time and it's gonna take that. And I think if everybody, bands together, but I just want us to think, man. I just want us to think about when we get in these chats and we say stuff, because a lot of times it's some stuff that we guilty of and that we know that we did, and
Yeah, because most
we
of
don't
these
want to
color
see,
folks,
and we don't want to see our loved one go to jail. Your son ain't a bit of good. You know it.
well, not even their son, William. How many children have you claimed on your taxes that didn't come out your birth canal?
Did you say that you raised?
You're right.
Exactly.
How many
So
times
let's.
did you find self-employment? It
But see,
ain't got
that's
no
why
business.
I'm trying to figure out why he didn't have somebody that knew enough loopholes for him.
And that's the thing, because again, everybody that's coming like you said, this black guy, these white people, I hate to say it like that. No,
Y'all stop. Y'all
the
stop going.
tricks of the tricks of the trade.
Right, well, but we go back to the Bible. Let's go back. Let's take it back to the word. We are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. It is not our fault that you don't get somebody that knows something and know more than what you know and know how to fix and know how to maneuver. You got
Well,
to know how to maneuver.
yeah, I need Trump's accountant because I want to pay
I got one.
7 times.
I got somebody for you that can clean up your credit and get you with an 800 score, and it be legal.
Because you in Atlanta, so
No, I'm not talking about, because see, I ain't gonna do nothing where they gonna be, because see, I already know. See, I know me very clear, and I know I can't go. So I'm not robbing or cheating or doing nothing illegal, because I already know about right here. I be holding my chest because I can't, because I'm extremely claustrophobic, so I can't be behind no kind of lock and key. I cannot. So no, I ain't talking about nobody with no CPN. I'm talking about having your books and having your stuff in order and straight for real.
they still do CPNs, William. I thought they stopped doing that.
Well, some people still do them. Yeah,
Using dead people's social. Dude, that's terrible.
yeah. They don't necessarily. Yeah, they don't. Sometimes they be alive. You got about 30 or 40 days to use it, and then they gonna come knocking. But see, I can't lay my head down in a house that you steal. See, I don't know how you do that and be able to go to sleep. Because see, I wouldn't be able to close my eyes, and you don't know when somebody gonna come and knock at the door.
You sure right.
Mm-mm. I'll be
Well,
like Suge Knight was when that judge struck that gavel and told Suge. He told Suge Knight, he said, your bail is set at $1 million cash. Suge Knight hit the floor like a redwood tree. I was glad. I thought they was gonna really perform in that courtroom. Mother held up well. Because I just was, ow! I just knew. See, that's for that. That's another reason why I probably couldn't go, because I probably would have wailed out right there. And I probably would have hollered.
and, yeah, I mean, William, I don't know,
I probably would have hollered. Okay, what is this? Thank you, Clarence. Is that Clarence? Thank you. So, man. Well,
The
you tell
CPNs
your
are legal? I didn't know that CPNs are legal. I thought they was illegal.
I think it goes by where the jurisdiction. In certain aspects that is illegal. Okay, one says we have people of color moving in and out of spaces like the best of the others. I hate this for him. Yes, I definitely we do too. I think it's I hate it because I hate that it's going to be a stain to the black church, especially for those of us that are African American. I think that that it's going to be rough for us, and we just got to we got to be to do and try and do a little bit better. And let's stop this hatred of each other and rejoicing in people's downfall. Okay, Kyle says brandologists, they are okay. Kyle says that they legal.
Cal must use them.
He probably got one. He probably in a stolen apartment right now.
Ooh, well, I'm gonna get off of here.
All right. We about to close out. I've been off for 2 hours. So I'm about to close out. But man, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All
And
right,
we're
brother.
gonna talk offline about that. Did you get my text so you can make my flyer?
I did. I'm gonna make something happen probably tomorrow. I just
Okay,
remembered
I
we
gotta
got
get some. I gotta get a picture. Let's get a picture of like the Louis Vuitton luggage, so that
gonna have that.
we'll just go to Louis, or we'll go to somewhere
I'm
on
saying
Google.
I know where to get that, but who gonna have Louis Vuitton luggage?
No, that's just because I'm gonna be doing rides for the
Oh,
passengers, for people to get picked up from the airport. But I'm also gonna be doing luggage service. So whoever,
yeah.
yeah, so like hat boxes, your luggage and stuff like that, especially now that Southwest charges. So we'll be
Oh yeah,
driving
and they
it.
finna go down here real quick.
Just,
Not many days hence. They
I know, right? So for that, yeah, that we're talking about the courtesy van. I'm just I'm a humble servant of the saints.
humble is crazy.
I'm a little courtesy driver. I drive at the conventions. All right.
All right. Well, yeah, William. Send me that. I'm going to. I just remember while I was on here, we have service in Houston Saturday. So I'm a
We'll talk and see. We have to look and see.
Well, I'm going to Houston now. I'm gonna be with my pastor. Uh-huh. And we gonna shout to the roof caves in. Praise God.
What service was you at? The service with that was a different outfit for him, with the little sweater and
So that was the concert last Friday night. No, I was supposed to have been there.
who was in concert?
So he just did a night of worship at his church. He just brought Todd Galber and then one of his worship leaders. So yeah.
I want to thank Aunt Janice Felton for that love offering. Thank you so much. Let everyone else that feels led to go on and give. If everybody could do $20, if everyone can do $20, the ways to give are streaming across.
Now, William, I'm getting ready to start. I ain't gonna say a vlog, but I'm gonna start my own thing. I'm gonna need you to support me now.
I ain't supporting no more competition. I ain't gonna do it.
It ain't gonna be no competition. You
No,
go
but
live
yeah,
too late.
we'll talk about it. But you know what? To
You
be
go
honest with
live
you,
too late at night. I'm
well,
gonna go
Marquise,
live
and
while the
I
site's still
know
up.
I'm gonna start doing some stuff earlier in the day too. But the other part about it is you already too busy. When are you gonna have time to be able to stay? You boy, bye. We'll talk.
What?
We gonna talk. Let me remove him now. Talking about he gonna start something. He too busy now. Already tied up. All right. So anyway, you all, those are my thoughts. Those are the places that my perspective. I hope that we have covered pretty much. I don't know if there's anybody else that has an aspect of something that they would like to share, that they would like to expound upon, and or bring to our attention. It, again, at the end of the day, it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Um, and but he faced it. He took responsibility. He shared that he had fallen short. So we can't just keep, beating someone when they are kicking them when they are going through a challenge. All right, is there anybody else did I cover everyone? I would like it. Janice, can you tell me how we doing on likes? Oh, okay. Janice says we only got 95 likes, and we got excuse me, that good old Dr. Pepper. Can we get some more likes, please? Can we get some more people to hit the like button just before we bring the show to a close? Y'all, the Hawks, we lost tonight to the Knicks. I mean, we lost. I think it was by 54 points. It was like one of the worst. It was one of the worst games in playoff history. I mean, it's just, or in the history, just in playoff history, period. It was bad. It was so bad. 200 people just get up and leave. 300 people just get up and leave. I mean, they were just leaving by the droves. They were leaving by the droves. Can we get some more likes, please? We have 289 of you all that are still here. Can we get some more people that can click the like button? Thank you. Anyone else has anything that they'd like to share? Anyone else? Does anyone have a different perspective or something that they would like to enlighten us on or bring to our attention that we may not have covered? Anyone? It's our bedtime, y'all. I'm yawning. It's 1 a.m. It is 1 a.m. Thank you all so very much. All right. Anyone else? Thank you, Deaconess Earl. Thank you. $10 love offering. Love you so much. Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? You said, about the 8 children or however. Yeah, that was a bad situation. The situation in Houston at the gas station, and the young boy. All right, Sean. Thank you so much for your support, and appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Anyone else? I want to make sure that I acknowledge everybody. Anyone on Instagram, please make sure that you like and share the live on, especially share it on your platforms. And you all, just again, and just as we close, as we get ready to make our exit, you all, let's try to release our bowels of compassion. Let's not glee in this. And then a lot of times you don't even really know why. A lot of times we don't like people, and we don't really know why we don't like them. You don't like somebody because you heard something about them. You haven't even necessarily given them a chance to find out it's really something, or really a real aspect to that person that would make you not care for them. You don't really know them. Just to really be honest about it, you don't really know them. You're not really aware of who they are. We don't know the magnitude of what he was carrying. A lot of these people come into enormous amounts of wealth, and they're taking care of their families. He was probably taking care of his mom, his dad, his grandmother. You don't know how many people that he might have been, that might have been cousins, or somebody that was, family members that he was paying their rent. They was I mean, it's just, we hear stuff all the time, and we just don't know all of the expenses and things that a lot of people are going to. And it's easy to say, oh, if it was me and I would have been doing it like this, and I would have been doing, but it wasn't you. And you probably would have made the same mistakes too. You probably wouldn't have known to operate or do anything differently. So that's just a point to think about. But yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you. Is that Juan? Thank you. Juan Walker said that he enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you. I appreciate you all. All right, y'all. We're gonna call it a night. I should be back probably tomorrow's Friday. I should be back tomorrow. I should definitely be back tomorrow, and we'll probably get some more more insight, and some more other people. Definitely probably want to have some additional people on, and some different perspectives, some people that agree, some people that disagree, some people that, and so you all definitely hit me up and inbox me, or let me know. I like to come on, and I really like Bless. I like Bless, and that she offered a very different perspective, and we don't always have to agree. We don't have to agree. That's it's better dialogue when we don't agree, and we are able to learn and glean from each other. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me on tonight. I appreciate y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Like, share, like, all of that. Subscribe, follow, all of that.